We're now going to hear from Kerry Leith, who is an engineering geologist at GNS, who's going to talk about rainfall-induced landslide forecasting. Over to you, Kerry.
Thanks very much. So I'm co-lead from GNS Science on the Cyclone Gabrielle response. Next slide. We estimate 830,000 landslides were triggered by Cyclone Gabrielle across the whole of the North Island. This is almost an unheard of number of landslides for a single event. So our end users, they wanted to know where these landslides occurred, how large they were, and once they initiated, where the debris went to. So thanks to the extreme weather research platform, we saw an opportunity to employ new technologies in order to both provide immediate answers to these questions to aid response and recovery, but also to generate a whole new kind of data to better train future landslide forecast models. This type of data that we generated can't be created by remote sensing. It requires trained users. And this is where we come to with the outcomes and stakeholders. So if we look at where we are today, together with the University of Canterbury, University of Auckland, Massey University, and Manaki Whenua, we've mapped 150,000 landslides to date. So we've covered about 10% of the worst affected region. And you can see in the second map from the left, a brief coverage of what we have mapped. This is the largest single event landslide catalogue to date. So we mapped using a priority grid. We focused first on life risk, we moved into lifelines, and then we looked at stakeholder interest where infrastructure was possibly impacted. And this allowed us to provide the data that was required at the time as we went through the mapping process. We trained 15 students. So these are New Zealand's future geohazard experts, and we used these students to help map the landslides, and they were key to undertaking this mapping in a timely fashion. We've had raw data available live to stakeholders since day one, so it was really important that this data was not going to be available at the end of the project, that it's there to be used and being used as we created the catalogue. And in the coming months, we'll have a checked and quality controlled version of the full catalogue that will be provided with our final report. As I said, this represents the largest single event landslide catalogue ever captured. So the data is already being used to improve rainfall-induced landslide forecasts, and we've partnered with Dragonfly Data Science to extrapolate our mapping results across the North Island. The mapping will feed into a new 5-year endeavour project, Sliding Lands, which will help us better forecast national landslide impacts. So if we look at the outputs, the data is available now, and the final version will be published in the coming months. We've got 2 reports coming, one outlining the new methodology that we've developed, and the other providing scientific information on the event itself. And we already are using this data in improved landslide forecast models that will only get better with time. So just on the right-hand side, there's a brief preview of mapping data that we've created being incorporated with laser ground models, where we're precisely defining every single landslide source volume. And we're also able to capture the debris deposition along the landslide trail. So this kind of analysis has never been possible without this data, and this is where we're looking to move forward to with new information and new models. Thanks very much.